Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in. We have the spiritual gifts deck this morning. I'm really excited. I love being drawn to this type of experience. It just means that spirit is maybe going to enhance certain gifts that you may already have, or I want to say new spiritual gifts may be coming in towards you, or the opportunity to experience those. So really exciting. I love that. Let's see, collective. All right, we have spiritual writer. It says, you're being called to explore sharing knowledge, insight, and wisdom through written words to bring clarity and healing. You may write a book about your spiritual experiences, or maybe a specific spiritual experience, if it's very involved, and how it's maybe changed your life. So it's like leading by example, or it could just be some a conglomeration of a bunch of spiritual experiences for some. Very interesting. Okay, numerology. I love this one. It says you're being called to interpret and convey messages of guidance and insight using numbers. So some of you could be really good with numerology, or it could be something that you really get into and you like to share with others. All right, we're going to go here. Chakra work. It says you're being called to examine and uncover the energy imbalances and blockages of the chakra system with the goal of healing and spiritual awareness. I love that. So you may work with energy and energy clearing to help those who have blocked chakras. You know, this type of work is really wonderful. A lot of times, our chakra system is actually directly connected to physical experiences in our life. Like a certain chakra center could be, have to do with something that's not working in your life. And it could have to do with some type of an energy block in that area. So I think this is a really cool energy to like look into. These might be things you look into and you're not experiencing yet, but maybe you're curious about them. I look at this deck and I think to myself, I only really know of the experiences that I have myself and what those what categories they kind of fall into. But I never knew there was this much, right? So a lot of these are going to be ones that I've never actually heard of. So really cool. Let's see. Throwing bones. Oh my God, I just looked into this the other day. I thought it is so cool. So it says, you're being called to explore bone casting to commune with the spirits of the elders and ancestors for messages of healing and wisdom. This is actually something I go on and off with looking into. So I just feel like it's another way that I'm going to soon be channeling energy through. It's really interesting, and I love that everybody's bone casting sets are a little different. They can be very personalized. And of course, there are the main bones and things, but I feel like there are a lot of different things you can couple into this. So cool. All right. That might be the next thing I look into for myself. It's right on cue, Spirit. Right on cue. Spiritual retreat host. Oh, so cool. It says you're being called to explore hosting spiritual events or retreats to promote clarity and complete renewal. I love it. So some of you have been on this spiritual path. You may be hosting some type of retreats or looking into that for your specific genre or spiritual belief system, right? I love that. I wanted to say it could be very successful for you. So that's for whoever it's for. All right. I'm not sure what this is called. Oh, it's okay. This is what it is. I don't want to butcher it. It's about tea leaves and coffee grounds. So looking at the symbolic patterns within the teacup to uncover the messages. Very, very cool. I've also looked into that. I actually have the set and I haven't actually really tried it yet. It's like a cup of, here, let me grab it. I'll show you guys. If you don't want, you can just kind of fast forward a little bit. Let me grab it. It's so cool. Okay. This is what it looks like. So here's the bottom here and the cup itself. Really cool. It's got a lot of signs and symbols. You know, the signs here. So you can get really in depth with these types of readings, which I think is so interesting. So anyway, I have looked into it. That's another one that I think is really cool. All right, let's see. What else do we have, Spirit? I want this, whatever it is. Discernment. Okay. It says you're being called to exercise your good judgment so you can help heal and manifest through awareness and wisdom. You know, I feel like this is a really important one to have, this discernment. I want to say it's firing on all cylinders because you're utilizing your intuition coupled with your mind and your heart, your soul's inner compass, and they're all working in tandem to form this really broad perspective of, it's like you're taking in everything that's going on at the same time to make the biggest well-informed decision, right? For yourself, which way you're going, what you're doing, right? I really love this. I think that is a definite gift. Not everybody can use that power of discernment very well, right? So let's see. Automatic writing. This is another one I really love, actually. You're being called to explore automatic writing to tap into the deep wisdom of the universe for healing, growth on the soul's journey. I have done this many a times. I love automatic writing. It is really interesting to read through it afterwards and see all the wisdom that comes out from that. It's channeling energy into words, and then I don't know, it's very surprising when I go back and read it, all of the wisdom that's just, you know, lining the pages. It's really a fun experience too. So if you've not looked into that, that one's pretty cool. Channeling. Okay, so it says you're being called to download and deliver messages from the spirit realm to bring closure, healing, and peace. This is a really beautiful gift. It's one that I really, really love. I love how I can help other people with this gift. I love how I can bring peace and healing to others by giving them the messages that they need to hear in order to help them break those chains so they can move forward. It's really, really, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to you because you get to experience it, and a blessing to those that you get to help so they can move forward, right? I love it. You may, you know, I almost kind of wanted to say it could be through spirit guides, through spirit, your channelings. You might also channel, I wanted to say, I almost kind of felt mediumship with this as well. So just because you channel messages doesn't mean you medium, although you could medium with this channeling energy. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, but I did get a touch of mediumship here. Let's see. What else do we have, Spirit, for the collective? What other types of... All right, candle maker. Ooh, I love those beautiful spiritual candles. It says you're being called to explore crafting sacred candles for rituals and spiritual healing for the soul. I love this. You may have a shop, or you may make a shop in the future. You may bless certain candles. Put your energy into those so that way when someone purchases that, it already has the energy of what they're looking to manifest or to create for their rituals, right? Beautiful energy. I love this. I love making my own candles, and I also love buying them. So really fun work. I love that. All right, let's see. What else? We're going to pick a couple more. I'm really enjoying this. What's coming for the collective here? Oh, astrology. It says you're being called to explore astrology to gain deeper insights revealed by planetary positions for a deeper understanding of the soul's journey. I love that. Very fun. I never really remember. See, I love astrology, but it's not always my primary focus. So I do know a little bit, but I am by no means a professional when it comes to where the planets are, what they're creating. I feel like there are certain souls where they just, I mean, they're like snap, snap real quick about it, right? And I love that. I appreciate that when I'm listening and they tell me what's going on with the planets. I'm like, oh, that makes sense, right? Oh, we have plant medicine. It says you're being called to explore plant medicine to bring healing to the body through its therapeutic properties. So oils and tinctures. I want to say also teas might be a thing. What is that called? For the skin, you rub them on the skin. My brain is just not pulling that word. I love that. That's so cool. All these natural herbal remedies. Precog. Love it. It says you're being called to explore the predictions of the future events, no matter if it's a few seconds or years into the future. I think I've said it before on this channel. I had had a vision, and it was years in advance. And normally if I get something, it's just a little bit ahead of time, or it's like a couple hours or a couple days, right? And I hadn't expected something to be years in advance. So it was kind of funny when it actually all played out in front of my eyes. And I was like, I know this. And it was almost like a deja vu moment. And then I realized that it brought me back to the vision of what I had seen years before. And I knew what to do in that situation. So it was kind of like a hectic situation. So it was really good that I had the knowledge of that thing. So really interesting energy here. You might be experiencing something like that. Like I said, the ones that are a few minutes before, or a few days before. I remember I was going on a sister's trip with my sister, and we were going to Salem. And right before I left, I looked at my mom and I said, oh, Mom, I said, somebody's going to come to the door, and it's going to be okay. You can open the door for this person. I said, it's a man, so he'll be here. And I said, I think he'll be here soon after we leave. And my mom had called me that night after we had left, and she says, you know, not long after you and your sister left, that man showed up at the door, and my brother has a car in the driveway, so he was looking to purchase my brother's car. So I just thought it was funny, and she said he was very nice and he was very chatty. So, but I just thought that was funny, and I had to tell her before I left, because I thought to myself, she wouldn't have opened the door otherwise. She would have kind of ignored it, you know, being home by herself, right? So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, sometimes it comes a few hours in advance or a few days. That's a fun one. Okay, Akashic Records. It says, you're being called to explore the Akashic Records to provide powerful insights and guidance. So you may view into Akashic Records. I want to say highly tuned in, tapped in, turned up to tune into this type of I want to say pulling in this type of energy. You have to be really big with your crown chakra energy to tap into Akashic Records. You have to be very vigilant about taking care of your connection and protecting your connection to channel this type of, I want to say, sensitive information. It's like all and every in all directions of time is what Akashic Records are, right? So there's a lot to that, but that could be coming in for someone that's very powerful. I would say if this is coming in for you particularly, you're more on the advanced scale. So really cool energy. There's a lot you could do with that knowledge, right? A lot you could do to help others with that knowledge that you gain. All right, last one I want to say. Animal communications. I love this. It says you're being called to communicate and convey the messages and wisdom from the animals. Now, this type of communication style, I want to say, is very possible if you think about it. Now, this is how I'm going to show you how to make sense of this. If you are empathic, you get the energy from others without them having to tell you what they're feeling, right? So the empathic soul can feel the energies of. You can look into someone's eyes and they could have a smile on their face and you know that they're sad, right? You just know when you're empathic, right? So it's not so different to communicate with an animal who doesn't have human words to offer you, right? It's the same type of energy that you would be utilizing to communicate that energy through. So really, really cool. Really cool energy. Have you ever been able to look at a pet and they look you in the eyes and you automatically know what they're thinking or what they're asking you for? That would be that. You might actually experience that or get an image of that in your head. Because I'm saying sometimes I kind of get that from my dog when he wants something. I can picture a cookie or like a cheese doodle or like in my mind and he's asking for that thing, right? So I kind of get that energy here. That might be for somebody. Super fun. Is that the last one? I kind of want to keep going. I love looking into all of these. All right, this will be the last one. Okay. So we have angel readings. This is actually where I started. It says you're being called to communicate and convey divine messages of guidance from the angelic realm. I love that. I started reading with angel cards. They actually came to me in a really interesting way. It was actually how my journey began with cards. I was married at the time. I'll tell you. It's fun. If you want to skip through it, you can. But I was sitting home one day. My son was very small, so I was home watching him, and he was playing on the floor. And my husband at the time came home, and he handed me 2 decks of cards, and he kind of looked a little strange when he handed them to me. And I said, "Well, what are these?" He goes, "It's really weird." And I was like, "Okay, I like weird. I'm okay with weird." So I said, "Tell me what it is." And he says, "Well, my friend's mom said she had a dream about you and she explained how you looked and everything and you've never met her." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. I've experienced a few strange things in my day, right?" So he says, "She had a dream that she was supposed to give these to me so I could give them to you because they're going to be important." Um, and little did she know that this was going to be a big part of my journey, but she was the catalyst to the energy. So she gave me or gifted me my first 2 decks of angel cards. And from there, if you could see the shelves behind the camera, it has exploded into one of my biggest passions on this planet. So it's amazing how spiritual things come through, but if you are a little nervous with cards, but you're wanting to kind of look into that or communicate more, you feel safer starting off with angelic energy, that could be a place to start, right? A safer place to start if you're a little nervous about transitioning into the world of card reading. That might be where you start. It's a really beautiful energy and a safe place, like I said, to start. If you're not feeling comfortable with the tarot right from the jump, right? I love it. Gorgeous energy. We've got a bunch of new energetics coming in. Love to see it. All right, we're going to hop in here. That was just a little something fun for a weekend, right? All right, we're going to hop in here. See what Spirit has in store for you all today. All right, the Ace of Pentacles. I love to see it. All right. Waiting on ships to come in. Yes, waiting for that opportunity. You know, some of you might be a little frustrated that you're waiting on something good to happen. It's like whatever this golden opportunity is going to be for you, you feel like you've been waiting for a long time. It could be in love, it could be in work, it could be in monetary abundance, right? Whatever this is, this good energy that you're looking to come in to create, I feel like it's almost time. I love that the Hanged Man is in reverse because it shows me that this waiting is coming to an end. Yeah, you're getting ready to jump in like the Fool into this new energy. And I feel like Spirit was giving you time to kind of illuminate, what do you really want, right? How badly do you want something? Are you going for it? Are you putting the action steps in? I feel like Spirit may have been waiting for you to communicate what you actually wanted, right? Sometimes we need to get clear with Spirit about what we really want. For some of you, it's love. For others, this is just the choice. You had to make the choice. What do I want? Maybe it was something you had to focus on. Maybe it was pick one of the many things that you're looking to create and put your energy in there so it comes into fruition, right? Sometimes when we spread ourselves too thin, it's like we're not really giving enough of ourselves to any one thing to actually make it come in, right? So you had to make a choice. Maybe it was love you wanted to focus on, right? Yeah, for some, it could be love. Waiting all that time for a lover or the opportunity to rise up and become the lover, right? It's like, when is my clarion call going to sound so I can step in and become what I want, right? Speaking truth, standing tall in authenticity, I want to say. Looking towards the future, a stable, loving, committed relationship, one with longevity, right? So looking for an honest, truthful person. Yeah, looking to move forward into the future. Yeah, waiting for that love to be offered. It's like I have a cup and I'm waiting for someone to want to offer their cup, right? So we can balance things out together and have a really beautiful new beginning. I do feel like it's coming in, collective, if you've been waiting on love. I want to say, confirmation on that, waiting on love. Oh, look, the soulmate's coming in. Okay. You have a really sweet connection coming in. It's going to be showing up, I want to say, very, very soon. It's going to make you feel young at heart, or giddy. And I feel like there's a really sweet connection or loving energy that flows back and forth between you and this person. The two of you are going to have the opportunity to share your worlds with each other. I really love it. Yeah, nurture this, help it grow. I feel like both of you might have this energy. I almost wanted to say it could be you, but I feel like it's more along the lines of the energy surrounding this brand new connection. Both of you are looking to nurture this and treat it with love and to see it grow, right? I really love that. I feel like this could be very, very abundant. Yeah, a victory. It's coming. I feel like you may have had to wait longer than you really anticipated, but it is coming into your world. You had to get really honest and very clear about what it was that you wanted and how you could see it in your world. Maybe you had to manifest this in, right? And you were looking to kind of daydream up your best and most wonderful partner, or the life ahead of you, how it was going to look with this wonderful partner in it, right? Yeah, your wishes, hopes, and dreams. It's like Spirit needed to know what those were so they could help you manifest your biggest and brightest, most beautiful future, right? I love it. I feel like maybe, yeah, when you weren't clear, Spirit wasn't clear. They couldn't really bring something in for you until they actually saw with clarity what it was you wanted. Did you want the career and the talents and the abundance, you know, like monetary and physical abundance and stability? So maybe that was something you started creating on your own, and now you're able to focus on something else, right? Maybe it was a time thing where you just needed time to actually be able to fit a love relationship in, right? But I feel like all of this is going to come together. So if the stability hasn't come in yet, or gifts and talents and abundance, that could be coming in with this situation, with the energy of you and this person coming in. You may generate that type of energy to help get you on the right path towards this. Yeah, I want to say your most passionate version of self yet, your most beautiful version of self yet. There's a lot of expansion yet to be had, and I feel like that comes in with this Queen of Wands and this newfound passion. So really gorgeous energy. I feel like there was no wrong way to actually do this, only that you had to pick something to focus on. It's like if you wanted to start with this first, and get your physical world in order, that was fine. Spirit would have been with you on that. Or if you wanted to start on your romantic life and then come into your gifts and talents afterwards, that would have been fine too. But I feel like Spirit was waiting for you to actually pick something, right? It's like pick something to focus on and we'll help you manifest that, right? I feel like that's, yeah. And I feel like the partner, the right match comes in and creates this passionate movement forward. I really love it. I feel like it's gorgeous. Yeah. Manifesting all of that beautiful energy in, racing forward. I love it. It's gorgeous. I am going to cut it here. I don't feel like we need to go any further into this energy. Spirit was saying, yes, you had to wait for a while, but I feel like it's all worth it, right? Everything that you want is really coming in. And I feel like it was always meant to come in, no matter what it was, only that you had to choose, right? And it didn't mean choosing one and never having the other. It just meant, where do you want to focus, right? Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck, and then we're going to pull some letters. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, we've got the clouds. Oh, that was in reverse, but the rest of the... Oh, okay, no, the deck is kind of... I'm going to do all these in the upright today. Okay, so we have the clouds, so we can't quite see what's going on. Yeah, okay. So you're having a hard time seeing... What is this situation that we're having a hard time seeing, Spirit? What is it that's... Okay, this. A Tower in reverse. Maybe something came to an end... But I did say I was going to do uprights. I do feel like something came to an end. It all toppled down and maybe you walked away from something. Maybe you're having second thoughts about what you walked away from. Maybe you didn't see it clearly and you judged something too soon. Could be for some. There could be a little stress, but yeah. Could be a little stress about that. It's like, did I mess up an opportunity that I actually want by not seeing things clearly and making a decision from that place? Sometimes we do that. We jump the gun, right? Let's see. Yeah. Learning experience for sure. Let's see. Knowledge and wisdom. Yeah. It's like, can I bring it back? See, I cut it out in the past, but can I bring it back? This may be a situation that you let go of, or a person that you let go of, a place you stopped going to, but maybe this situation is something that you might want to revisit. It's like, you know, maybe I do want the clarity on that. Yeah. Maybe it will make me happy, right? Maybe I'll be lucky and this will be available to me. I'll use my intelligence to get back where I want to go. I can't quite see where it's going to go from here, but I'm going to move in that direction. It makes me happy on the inside, whatever this is. There could still be growth there, whatever that is for you, and an opportunity to really put down some roots, so it could become very stable. Yeah, I want to say you with them. I do feel like this is a love situation. Maybe you judged someone too quickly before you actually got to know them, and or maybe you made a judgment call and I keep hearing it wasn't your finest moment. You made a judgment call and you didn't see the truth of the situation, but it's still an opportunity. It could still be very abundant in the future. Now, this could be you or someone that you're soon to be dealing with. I do feel like this person is coming back in your direction, if that's the case. These are general readings, so as always, take what resonates, toss the rest. If it's not for you, leave it on the board. It's for someone else. I feel like this person's loyal by heart to you. Let's see. Or their heart has stayed loyal to you. Yeah, I feel like this is something this person or you have punished themselves about. The person coming back in your direction, I feel like they've punished themselves about this situation. It's like, I lost the opportunity. I made a quick judgment call. It was not the right call, right? Now I'm stuck at this crossroads. I'm not sure which way to go. It's like, okay, what was that? It's like, go right where, you know, it's like, oh, I can't remember what that was. It's like, go left where nothing's right, or go right where nothing's left. That's what I hear. And it's like, and I don't know if that's something this person's telling themselves or you're telling yourself because you're afraid to kind of go back in this direction. It might hurt. But there's still an opportunity to anchor that down, and still an opportunity for growth, right? Could really manicure that garden, that inner world. There's an opportunity for growth. I don't know if it's just like an apology. That could be something. I don't know. I feel like I want this. Yeah. I feel like there's more. I feel like we want to explore this option. Yeah. Because it could become something stable. It could be a brand new beginning. It could be the key to my future, right? Is there anything else? Ooh. Yeah. It's a mountain to climb. Sure. It's not easy. Where we weren't nurturing this, now we want to nurture it and protect it. It's like, now I'll do that. I couldn't do it before, or I wasn't ready to do it before, or I didn't know how to do it before, but I want to do that now. I can conquer it. I'm strong enough now. I don't care about people's poor communication. And if there was poor communication in this situation, we can fix it. We're in a better place. I'm seeing the book, so I feel like more wisdom under the belt. I ruined the opportunity for a future, but maybe we can still make it happen. It's kind of what I see. Yeah. There may have been somebody else involved in this. There may have been more than one person. This is like gossipy kind of energy, or stressors or anxiety type energy, illness or sickness, right? And we have the sun in reverse. So I'm all right. It's like, I'm happy, but I could be happier with this situation involved, right? It's like the sun card in the tarot. It's like, even if it's reversed, it's still good energy. It's just not the happiest you could be. And I kind of feel that energy right here as well. I didn't get my wish before. Maybe I can have it now. That's kind of where I want to go with this. I feel like there is someone collective now. This is either you or someone that you're dealing with. I feel like it's a 50-50. Could go either way. Or you want to be dealing with. And I feel like in order to have this, we know it's a mountain to climb, right? But it's like anything worth having takes effort. So it's like, if you want it, it does look like it could actually become something more if you put that effort, that energy in. So it is entirely up to you, whether you go for it or whether you accept it when it comes in. But I do feel like it looks like it could be a good situation, where there was a broken heart and a tower. Maybe we can fix that and find that love again. Yeah, where there was, it's like somebody cut you out or you cut someone out. And I feel like wisdom says that maybe that wasn't the wisest choice. All right. Okay, let's see. We're going to hop in here. All right, your initials, their initials, any other messages that may come through. We have a W or an M standing up. Could go either way, right? Let's see. Okay, let's see. What do we have here today? All right. Oh, E. All right. E could be significant. First, middle, last name. I heard something about journaling. I don't know if somebody's been journaling and really seeing themselves clearly or seeing their thoughts clearly. It's a little easier to understand the self when you read back what you wrote. Somebody could really be getting their feelings out that way. I heard it's personal, you can't read it. So I don't know if somebody's asking to read your more personal thoughts. And I don't know. I keep hearing they don't deserve to know you like that. So I don't know if it's not a safe bet if you share that type of energy with someone. For some, it might not be the best idea. I don't know if it's a friend. I don't know if it's a family member. I don't know if it's a potential lover. I just don't know what they'll do with that sensitive information is what I want to say. It's like you might think, well, if it's that maybe it'll help us get closer because they'll know me more personally. I hear ammo for the arsenal, so please be careful with your personal things, your personal writings and things like that. If you keep it in a journal where somebody might be able to peep it with their eyes or get their little grubby paws on it, I don't know if that's the best idea, or at least have a really safe place for it, right? Let's see. I hear I'm not having it. Not having it. I hear we're not going through this again. We're not going through this again. So I don't know if it almost kind of looks like a sibling type thing. I don't know if it's like rehashing. I hear rehashing old stuff. It's like, I don't know if there's an old disagreement that where it never actually, it's like you were never able to agree on something. It's always been that disagreement. And it's like, here it comes rearing its ugly head again. It's like, I don't know if it had something to do with care for someone who passed. I don't know what that is. I hear create distance. So you might have to create some distance there, a healthy distance. I'm not saying you have to cut somebody off if it's a family member, but you might want to create some healthy boundaries. It's like, this is how I feel. This is what I will and won't allow, right? And then really stand on that. I hear stand on business, so. Okay, so now I hear something completely different. It almost looks like the beginning of a relationship where people are starting to get comfortable with each other. It's like, I don't know if it's like you just move in and start living with someone, and it's like certain things, you figure out people's quirks when you really get to that stage, right? And it's an adjustment period. But I heard roll over or please give me some of the covers. So it's like, it's certain things like that. It's, learning to kind of cohabitate together. I hear a lot of laughs, but I also hear a lot of groaning, like, oh my God, like, please. But I feel like it's all out of fun. But so you might be getting to that point with a partner where you guys are thinking about making that big leap, moving in together, really kind of making something of it, right? Hoping for the future there. It looks to be a great experience. Yes, there are going to be ups and downs and in-betweens. That's part of the experience. But it does look like it's going to have a lot of fun energy going into it as well. Yeah, I hear keep the focus on the love. Keep the focus on the love. And I feel like keep creating that laughter in the situation. That laughter is super important. Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot that could take this into the future. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful situation. Even if there are little nitpicky things, and I feel like every couple has those things about each other, right? But I feel like it's things you can live with, right? All right, let's see. What do we have for the collective here? What's today's message? I feel like that's a lot. Oh. All right, we've got an ancestor on deck. All right, they're keeping you busy. Oh, they've got love coming in. Cupid's here. We've got wedding bells here and the tiny little elephant. So it's like moving in your direction, steady on the path. We've got the ancestor. I do feel like an ancestor is bringing in love. And I do want to say this is going to be the highest match you've had yet. So the one that matches the most. You guys might have a lot of common interests as well. For some of you, it could be magic or feel like magic when this person comes in. It's like they're just there. That's so strange. We have the Deathly Hallows symbol and the platform 9 3/4. So you guys could like Harry Potter, just as a side note. But separately, I have different meanings for these charms aside from what they're kind of, showing. But I do feel like maybe you've been stuck in between for a little while, like no partner, or kind of focusing on other things, building up yourself and getting strong within yourself, becoming the highest and most powerful version of yourself. And I feel like Spirit sees that, all the transformation that's gone into it. And I feel like that's why they're bringing in a love opportunity. It's like you've really created yourself, and I feel like you're ready. And I feel like there's an ancestor or spirits on deck saying you're ready. I do feel like it's coming in very soon. I want to say now through March. You could have that new person coming in. And I do feel like it's something that a big part of the journey too that could go into the future. Like I said, we have wedding bells here, so it could be a long-term situation as well. This could be your forever person. Of course, you got to put in the effort, the energy to make that happen, but it is the opportunity for that coming in. I love it. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.